Os. Os. Konbanwa. Genki desu ka? Hope you are genki desu. Good evening, welcome to this Thursday evening. I think it's the 11th of February. Hope you are well. Thank you for joining me on our YouTube channel. And hopefully you're going to enjoy tonight's training. We're doing kata again. Okay, so we're going to do my favorite Heian kata. I say favorite because I mean at the moment, because I do change, but it's going to be Heian Godan this evening. So that's number 5, the 5th and final of the Heian katas. So that's the plan this evening. Again, train for about an hour and then finishing as usual with the Dojo around 8 o'clock. Okay, so we'll wait a few people to join in and say hello, and then we'll do the warm-up, and then we'll get started with the lesson. Quick update about Saturday. So Saturday is Kangeiku. To those that don't know, Kangeiku is a Japanese word for midwinter training. It's probably the best description for it. And the aim of the Kangeiku is to train in the darkest, deepest part of the winter, which is generally sort of mid-January to mid-February. And if you train really hard in the Kangeiku with good spirit and good effort and energy and just do your best, ganbatte in Japanese, then you should hopefully have a good year of training. That's the philosophy behind the whole Kangeiku. So in Japan, it starts really early in the morning, as early as 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. Sensei Andy and I have done this before in Germany. You start with a run, okay, and that could be at any length, distance, whatever. It's generally to the dojo, and then you begin the training. Really, really good fun. It's a good spirited session, so lots of fun activities, so not just your basic karate, but also some fun challenges, etc. I'm going to have to be creative this year because I'm in my kitchen, but I'm going to make sure that it's fun for everybody that attends. I usually do a reasonable job, so the feedback says every year. So the training will start at 8 a.m. For ourselves. Okay, we should do a quick warm-up. We're going to have to jog on the spot because we're indoors and on Zoom. And then we will train for approximately about an hour, maybe a little bit more. And then we'll have this huge community breakfast where normally we hold it in our Hombu dojo, which we're not able to do this year. So normally it's a big affair for us. We have well over 100 to 150 people having breakfast together. Mums and dads, nans and granddads, aunties and uncles, all sorts of people come along after the training session, and it's just a really nice community breakfast because we share our food, and that's the whole part of the Kangeiku, is being community. So I hope you can join me on Saturday at 8 a.m. on Zoom. If you need details, then please ping me a message and I will send you the details by Zoom. I have emailed all of our students, but if there's anyone else out there that wants to join, and I know you, then you can join our session, absolutely, because it's free of charge and hopefully it'll be good fun. So that's the plan for Saturday. Right, good evening. Let's say hello to a few people. Good evening, Ken. Good evening, Kevin. Good evening, Harry and Caleb. And looking forward to Saturday. Me too. Good evening, Thomas-san. Hope you are well. That's really good to see a few of you just joining. Okay, so let's get started with a bit of a warm-up and then we get going. Right? Okay, so just arms forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, arms down, stretching out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Crossing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, left arm forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and right arm forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and backwards. 6, 7, 8, 9. Left arm forward, right arm backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, just relaxing your shoulders. Okay, with your shoulders, okay, this part here, because the important in tonight's kata, keeping your shoulders down and relaxed. So just let your arms drop, let your shoulders drop. Okay, stretch your back. Okay, pull your shoulders down towards the floor. Okay, so pull it down and then pull your head up. Okay, not your chin, your head. Stretching, relax, stretching, and relax, stretching. Okay, bringing the shoulder blades together and then relaxing. Bringing the shoulder blades together and relaxing. Okay, very good. Take the right arm across and stretching. And then pulling down. Lay left arm across. And pulling down. Okay, so nice and relaxed. Ich ni san shi go ro shi hach ko jo. And sides. Ich ni san shi go ro shi hach ko jo. And up. Ich ni san shi go ro shi hach ko jo. Okay, so front, side, and up. Ich ni san shi go ro shi hach ko jo. Okay, relax. Okay, Zenko Sudachi. Okay, I'm just going to see a message. I think I've got a message from Harry. Good Harry, because Harry's my Lego fan with me. Harry-san, it's really not good news. I'm afraid Lego.com are absolutely useless. They can't give me any idea of when they can send me one piece of Lego. Apparently, they can't send me one piece of Lego because of the coronavirus. And they can't give me any idea. So it could be that I get this piece in 2022. So I've tried to order it from somewhere else. So that's my plan, is to get another piece of Lego for one piece. We've even got the part number. But there you go. Harry, as soon as I've got that piece, I promise you I'll show you my build, because I'm going to be proud to show you it, because it's taken far too long to build because I'm missing one brick. For those of you that don't do Lego, the connection between Lego and karate is very, very close. Okay, Lego is all about connections, so is karate. Okay, Zenkutsudachi, Kibadachi stance. Just be nice and relaxed. Okay, and change your hip into Zenkutsudachi. And the other way. And back to Kibadachi. Drop your right hip down, leave your left foot where it is, Fudadachi. And Fudadachi. Back to Kibadachi. Okay, turn your feet out. Shikodachi. Shikodachi. Square stance. Okay, back to Kibadachi. Okay, bring your feet in together. Haikodachi. Haikodachi. Parallel stance. Okay, feet together stance. Haisukudachi. Just keep the upper body all nice and relaxed. Haimasubachi. Shizentai stance. Hachidachi. Open leg stance. Turn your feet in. Uchi Hachidachi. Leave your back foot where it is, foot out, Kukutsudachi, back stance. Hey, change the other way. Just relax, just relax. Don't have your stances too long, too short, etc. Okay, shake the legs. Bring your right knee up. Okay, keep it tight into the body, bring it up and stretch. Hands to side, stretching out. See if you can hold your stretch. See if you can hold, bring it back and down. Okay, then take your left knee up the same and hold. Get your form, get your balance, control. If you're wobbling around too much, bend your supporting leg. Yeah, your right leg. Arms to side, balance and hold. And hold. And bring it back. Hey, and back down. Shake the legs. Okay, let's turn face the way, straighten your Gyobi. And Kiyotsuke. Hey, ready for formal bow, standing bow only, remember. Shomari, right? Sensei, right? Us. Us. Just seen who else joined us. Us, Andy Sensei. Hope you're well, mate. Okay, right. So just Kibadachi, please. Side stance. Just to warm up the arms. Shokuzuki position. So punching, straight punch. Shokuzuki to the front. Us, like so. Okay, remember to keep everything connected. High grades, if you're using your hip, then only use your hip. Try not to move your stance too much. Okay, but here just practice the punch more than anything else. Okay, ich, ni, san, shi. Go, roll, siege, haj, go, yo. Okay, the reason we're warming up with this particular move, okay, the stance is just to make you work, if I'm honest. The upper body, okay, and in particular, your hikite hand, Really important. If your shoulders are tense, I'm going to move forwards, then I can see myself. If your shoulders are tense, okay, your shoulders come up, your elbow comes out. More shoulders come up, more elbow comes out. More shoulders relaxed, the more you're able to bring your elbow. Oh, so it's not visible from the front, okay, which is good because your opponent won't be able to see this. Okay, but if you're tense, you literally, your shoulders come up, your elbow comes out. This is quite natural. Okay? For some people, this is really difficult to get the elbows to disappear. This is really difficult. So we practice, okay? Practice stretch your body. Here, important to be articulate, okay? Lots of bones around this area, lots of joints, okay? Different parts of the body that we need to learn how to control. So we don't want to be tense, so we can't move. We don't want it to be rigid. And when we start this kata, okay, you have to be flexible because the first move is this move, uchi-uki, okay, in Kukutsudachi back stance. And you have to bring this elbow in. Otherwise, you're showing what you're going to do all the time. And that's never a good thing in karate. But if you practice, maybe you are tense, maybe you've had a rough day at work, etc. Maybe just you're a tense person naturally. But if you take your time, you can work on this area, okay, and in fact, any area of your body and make it better. That's the whole thing with Shotokan karate, is the ability to make things better. Never look for perfect. There's no point, okay, because it's unreachable. It's like the rainbow. You can never touch the pot of gold at the end, but you can always try to, okay, and that's where the fun is. So despite we change physically and we age, our body sometimes can actually become even more supple than when we were younger. Naturally, our body would be that way. So we're going to work on this a little bit as we do the kata. Okay, so the kata we're doing is Heian Godan. Okay, so this is Heian number 5. And this is generally done around sort of purple belt to brown belt sort of level. And then from there on, okay, so whatever level of grade you are thereafter. I think it's okay for beginners to follow and have a go. It's not a difficult kata. There's some really interesting parts in it, such as a jump, which is very cool, providing your knees can take it. If you can't do the jump, I can show you a way of doing it without the jump, okay? I trained with a very elderly sensei in Japan the first time I went, and he was in his 80s, I think, when I trained with him. And he showed me just a way that he does the kata, so to protect his knees. So we don't have to do the jump, but the jump's always really good fun, I think, if you can. Okay, be mindful of the space around you as per normal. I might have to shuffle because I don't have enough space in my dojo. If you're lucky and have more space than me, then that's great. But just be careful of where you are, please. Us. Okay, so I think maybe the best thing I'll do, I didn't do this on Tuesday, but I'm going to do it tonight, is do the kata all the way through. Okay, so I'll demonstrate the kata facing front and behind, okay, and then you can have a look at it, see what you think, see where I've gone wrong, what mistakes I might make. Remember, even senseis don't do things always perfectively, in fact, ever. So we're all open to adjustment, error, etc. And also remember, there are different ways of doing each of the katas, okay? There is variation. I've been doing karate for 30 years, and I've been taught several variations of Heian Godan along the time. The kata evolves. The most important thing is to remember the sensei that's teaching you at the time. Do it their way, okay? Understand that way, learn that way, and then if you train somewhere else or with someone else, okay, which is a good thing, then you will learn potentially different ways. And then you find your way. Okay, you find what suits you as a person, okay, but within your framework of your association, stroke, governing body, whoever you're part of, okay. But it often changes, okay. I've noticed this over the years. I might need to shuffle. I don't think I've got enough room. I'd like to think I have, but the kitchen's not that big. Okay. Heian Godan. A little bit rusty, a little bit rushed, run out of room, especially coming forwards. So I had to sort of shuffle a little bit, but there we go. So that's the basic kata, okay? I will do it facing the other way later on. Don't want to waste too much time, don't want you to get cold in your dojo. So, good evening, Sensei Andy V. Congratulations on being a grandfather again. Third time, I think. Very good. Another member for our dojo in the future, I'm sure. Okay, right. So first move, inside block Kukutsudachi back stance. So as with all the katas that we've already established so far, we look before we move. Remember, this is a battle, okay? So when we're bowed, we come up, we say our Kata Heian Godan. Okay, Heian Godan. Heian roughly translates to peaceful. Godan means 5, level 5. Okay, so level 5. Okay, we're looking towards the direction of our attacker. Okay, and they're coming in with Chudanzuki, punching here. Okay, so we want to be blocking strong. So we're going to go from Shizentai Hachidachi to Kukutsudachi, back stance. Okay, so looking first, shoulder down, not shoulder up. Shoulder down, relaxed. This makes you stronger and faster. Okay, not more powerful if you tense up. So relax the shoulders and here. I can't slide my foot out. I think we told you this last time. Too sticky. Floor's too cold and too sticky. Okay, so uchi uki. And remember what I just said about the elbow. Try not to have it hanging out. Difficult to do this, but if you're able to relax your body, you can do uchi uki and here and expand this area. But it takes time. It takes time and hard work. So don't think it will happen just overnight. Okay, so traditionally the foot will slide out. I'm struggling to slide. As you can tell, I can't slide. Uchi-uki, uchi-uki. Okay, and these are connected. As this hand comes back to hikite on the hip, okay, this hand finishes. So they are connected, okay? As I said earlier, Lego and karate have lots in common. If you tread on Lego, it hurts you. If you hurt a karate instructor, they will hurt. No, I'm kidding. Looking first, inside block, here, uchi uki kukutsudachi. Okay, from here, second technique then is nice and straight, nice and strong, gyakuzuki. No shoulder. Gyakuzuki here, shoulder down, not shoulder up. Shoulder down, gyakuzuki, reverse punch. Reverse punch, okay? So again, back to Shizentai natural stance. We just continue for these couple of moves to start with so you get an idea. So look. Shoulders down, inside block. Kakutsudachi, hey gyakuzuki, here, no shoulder. Then the right leg, your right leg and your right hand's going to come back to your hip. Your right leg's going to come up to your left leg. So to here, as it does, you turn and face the other way using kagizuki. Kagizuki is hooking punch. Hooking punch. Okay, hooking. Yeah. And you can see higher grades. Hip movement, hip rotation here is important to get good kime. Good kime. Okay, and that's the first 3 moves established. The second 3 moves there are follow suit. So it's about getting that first bit right to get the second bit right. Okay, so you've got to be relaxed in this area. If you're tense, then the kata can look like this. And everything is up here. Everything is up here, when really our focus is here. Letting this bit here drop. Because if this drops naturally, our hara, okay, this part here, we sink down, we're stronger. Immovable force, okay? You know, we are very powerful, Shotokan karateka, as long as we allow our body to do what it needs to do, and that's drop in this case. So we drop into stance, back stance, side stance, whatever. Naturally, just let your hips drop. Don't let your shoulders control the rest of your body. As soon as your shoulders come up, your hips come up. Yeah, your pelvis changes. Yeah, and so therefore, this unbalances you. Or unbalances you. Yeah. Okay. So try to make sure that you let gravity take its place. Okay. Let it do its work. Okay. So, right. Yoi. Holly-san. Hey. Konnichiwa. Are you okay? This is Holly, the Shih Tzu, our mascot. If you haven't met her before, she often joins into my classes and annoys me. She currently needs to go outside. Goodness knows why, because it's about -5. This will make my feet cold if she doesn't go out. Okay, so yoi. Saying the kata again. Heian Godan. Looking. Uchi-uki. Back stance. Kukutsadachi. Gyakuzuki on the spot. Ish. Slowly right leg up. Come feet together. Hai sukudachi kagizuki. She's out. Door shut. So this come back position or yoi position as we come up is really, really important, the timing. Okay, so we want to go looking first, count 1, count 2, count 3. As the back leg comes up, this hand starts to come back and this hand starts to punch. And we're looking that way. Okay, but we don't look that way straight away. We follow it round. So the whole thing is connected. The foot coming up, the head coming round, the hand coming round for the punch, and finishing. Finishing at the same point as the feet touch, as the head finishes its turn to the right. And that connection there is really, really important because it's what karate is all about. It's about making those connections. Okay, there's simple connections in karate, and then there's really complicated connections, a bit similar to our muscles. There's big muscles. Okay, well, not quite as big as I maybe want, but there's big muscle groups. Yeah, and then there's the smaller muscle fibers that we have to pay attention to detail. And that's what I mean by this, okay? So there are big connections in karate and smaller ones. The more time you spend doing karate, the more you are coming away from the big ones and looking at the smaller stuff. So buying into the detail, Same as Lego, yeah? Start off with the basic set, big bricks, then you move to the next set. Yeah, you move to technic Lego, I think it's called, when you're older. Things get more complicated, more intricate. So I'm not a sales representative for Lego, I promise you, because they're rubbish, especially their customer service. Okay, so right. Okay, and say the kata Heian Godan. First move, look to the left, inside block, kukutsadachi, back stance, ich. So a nice uchi-uki. Okay, relax your shoulders, relax everything, and punch gyakuzuki, ish. Slowly bring the right leg up, bring the hands around to finish here. Okay, then we continue to the next move. So it's a repeat of those 3 moves. So from the kagezuki position here, leave your shoulder down, relax. Uchi-uki kukutsadachi. Again, remember this elbow as much as you can. Bring it round. Punch gyakuzuki again. Bring this hand in as quickly as you can at the same point. And then slowly back to the front. Okay, shizentai, haisukudachi, feet together stance. Okay, here, us. So that little combination there at the beginning, I think, is one of the kind of most technical parts of this particular kata, but there are lots of bits of this kata that are quite technical, I think. But I think to start with, it's quite different from some of the other katas. Maybe similar to Heian Sandan in some ways, Okay, right, us. So again, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so take our time. Heian Godan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, roll. Okay, very good. So I'm going to move back and try to get into the center of the screen here. So next set of combinations, or next group of connections. Augmented block, back stance, kukutsadachi. From the kagezuki position here, kukutsadachi. And this is Maroto-uki. Maroto-uki translated means joined or combined. That's probably the best way to say it. So you take the bottom of your elbow, okay? You take the bottom of your elbow. Holly-san's just going to get in the way now. Bottom of your elbow and the bottom of your fist. Okay, so we call this tetsui, okay, hammer fist, okay, or iron hammer. Connect the 2 together. So here. Now you'll find the little knuckle on the little finger fifth metacarpal, for those that know, okay, sits in nicely in the base of your ulna, okay, so base of your ulna here. So this is the bones that we use, okay, and that they're connected for strength. Okay, so one arm is good and strong if connected to the body correctly, but even more powerful connecting it with another arm. Okay, you join the two together, you make them stronger. Hopefully that makes some sense. Okay, so from this position here, Marotoki to the front. From the Kagazuki here, Marotoki to the front. Okay, so Os. Heian Godan. Looking, inside block, Gyakuzuki. Slowly come around in Kagazuki. Inside block, Gyakuzuki. Come through, Kagazuki. Marotoki. Okay, from here, you leave this hand where it is essentially and kind of just bring it forwards towards the body and come down, Jujuki. Okay, Jujuki is X block. Okay, now notice the fists here. These are tati, vertical. If you rotate them here, okay, the block is still effective, but nowhere near as good. And the reason being is that you're essentially blocking with the lower part of the hand, which is your fourth and fifth metacarpal. And these are very small, thin bones in your hand, very weak. Whereas these top two, very strong, very powerful. So these two bones here are very strong, and these two here are very weak. Okay, so when we punch, we always punch with Seiken, the fourth fist, so that we're able to create a strong, powerful join with the bones connecting through the arm, to the shoulder, to the hip, to the rest of the body. If we punch with these knuckles, we don't have such a strong thing, and we're going against a smaller bone along here, and it's just not as strong. And unfortunately, these have a tendency to break, as does this. And I've been fortunate enough not to break all of these bones, and my elbow, okay, over years doing silly things. So it's important to make sure that you get these connections in your head right. So when you do Jujuki, okay, if you imagine you're blocking a kick, you want to be blocking a kick with these two knuckles. Yeah, if you're blocking a punch, you want to make sure you're blocking with these two knuckles. You don't want to be blocking like this. So fists are rotated, vertical to the floor. Okay, so from this position here, I'm just going to stand as far away back as I can to kind of get this next lot in. So the next combination we're looking at is Marotoki, Jujuki, Tati, of course, here, and then up. And this is Jujuki. Okay, or could be Jujuichi, so you can, depends on your bunkai here. Now you see the hands are open. Oh, the dog's talking. That's great. What are you saying, Holly? What are you saying? You talking to yourself, are you? Yes. Tail's wagging, that's always a good sign. So this is almost a double shuto. Okay, so this is double shuto. So again, strong, powerful. Turn the hands the other way, not so strong. So here. Okay, so this comes above the head. So this is almost like a double agyuki, but crossing the hands. Okay, then we rotate the hands, and I'll show you this a little bit slower in a while. As they do, they come down towards the hip. We push the left arm out. We step forward through to the kiai. As I say, there's some variation on the way this technique is taught. This bit is pretty much all the same, although some people put the hands out further in front rather than up. Okay, and some people come right back to the hip, push out and punch. Some people push out, punch, and punch. So there is variation. Okay, so don't be closed-minded. Don't go and train in another dojo and go, well, they're doing it all wrong. That's really closed-minded. I've been very fortunate enough to travel pretty much all over the world now and train in karate with different instructors. And every single dojo is different. But I think that's a really good thing because it expands your brain, expands your mind, and allows you to think about what maybe is best for you. Ultimately, that's what the aim of Shotokan karate is, to better yourself. So we're going to connect that with the rest of the kata so it makes sense. Okay, so right, os. Heian Godan. Inside block each. Gyakuzuki ni. Kagazuki san. Inside block each. Hyakuzuki ni, Kaguzuki san, Morotoki ich, Jujuki ni, Jujuochi or Jujuoki san, Shi, Eigo, here. Okay, so let me help you with a bit of that. So from this angle, I think you might be able to work this out a little bit better. So we're going to go from the Kaguzuki, so our first 6 techniques. Okay, so I think I can come right way back towards the radiator, which is lovely and warm. So from here, Kukutsadachi, X block, and up, twist, push, kyo. Okay, so just back again. Kaguzuki, Shisentai stance, Haisukudachi, Kukutsadachi, Morotoki, Jujuoki, Zenkutsudachi, Jujuoki, whichever way you want to think of this, Zenkutsudachi, pull down. Come back towards almost Koshi Kamae. Push out, step forward to punch. Oizuki, Zenkutsudachi, hip shomen, front facing. Okay? And that's halfway through the kata, sort of. But first kiai at least, anyway. Okay, so hopefully, fingers crossed, that's coming through okay. If you've got a phone, if you let me know that comes through okay on screen. As I say, I'm struggling to see this, so you're only on a tiny little screen, so my eyesight's not great. So hopefully that's coming across okay. For those people that haven't done it for a while, it's a recap. For those people learning, you're not going to learn it tonight in one lesson, but you may be able to play this video back and hopefully be able to pick up pieces. I will turn the other way and show you how we get to the kiai now from that starting position. Hey, yoi. Heian Godan. Inside block each. Hyakuzuki ni. Kaguzuki san. Inside block each. Hyakuzuki ni. Kaguzuki san. Morotoki ich. Jujuoki ni. San. Shi. Go kiai here. So that's only up to the first kiai, okay? So we'll do it once more together, hopefully. Okay, right? You may, like me, have to shorten your stances. This is the one thing that I would say with doing things on YouTube and Zoom and Facebook Live, etc. I've seen many instructors shorten the katas. In other words, or they don't even do the stances of the katas. I'm fearful that if we do that with the amount of junior students we've got within our organisation, that they will just get confused or start doing the katas completely that way when we go back to the dojos, which I don't want. So I'd rather personally continue the katas we should do, and maybe say we're having to shuffle forwards or backwards here to fit this in within our dojo. It's sometimes quite interesting doing katas without moving and just doing the arm movements, and we do that, but we tend to do it in the dojo, and not what I want to do this evening anyway. Holly-san, you okay? Okay, so Holly's just watching guard. Heian Godan. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, sich, hach, ko, ju, juich, yeah. Okay, so from here, we're then doing a hip turn. The hip turns now 180 degrees to the back. So we're finished with the kiai or izuki. This is Chudan. I know the camera angle doesn't show this. Too close to the camera. Hip comes around here, knee up, and stamping kick. Okay, so I do it this way to show you. So we're kind of using the hip here, not the feet. Feet don't need to move, not to start with. Flick the hip, come up and down. And this is a stamping kick. So this is fumakomi. Think of it as kickomi, so thrust kick, but kicking down to the floor. So on this one, we're attacking here. Yeah, we're attacking down the lower fibula area of the leg. Okay, so breaking the tib and fib. You can probably see my scars. I've had it done. This is a really nasty technique, so it does work very well. So the knee comes up and stamps down, okay? And then the tib and fib breaks, and the person falls over and spends the rest of their life with metal in their leg. It's a very powerful kick. So that's what we're doing. So from this position here, yeah, keep flexible in the hip. Yeah, come round here, knee up and down. Gidan Barai, Fumakomi, hey, and Kibarachi. Kibarachi. So key eye point here, here, here. Don't make it too big, too explosive. Yeah, I used to bring my knee right up and down. You tend to lose form, I feel, when you do that too much. So try to not bring it up too high so you have to jiggle around and move your balance. Try to make it more precise by keeping it with the body. The same as I said with all the kicks. The more you keep them connected to the rest of the body, the more balance you have, the more control you have. So, up, down. Simple, okay? If you find that turn difficult, you can break it down. You can go from Moizuki here, half a hip. Yeah, and bring the knee up, center, balance, and down. Whatever works for you, and I think that's important because I know people that struggle with this turn on this, and so they spin. Spinning is not right. Yeah, it's a knee up and thrust down. So that's what you should be aiming for. Aiming for is the right word. From this position here, from the ki, knee up here and down. Okay, so from that position then, from the Fumakomi Gidan Barai position, we then move on to kind of the next combination. So we have a quick recap now, okay? So we're going to go to the ki here and come up and down here. And then from here, we're going to do Heishuki. Now, Heishu is the back of the hand. Heishuki here. And then Mikuzukageri, okay? Crescent kick, okay? So this comes around in a nice crescent, a nice arc here. Strike, and then Mawashi Empiuchi, striking again, like so. If I show this slightly closer to the screen without hitting it. Okay, so hand out, keep the shoulder height, don't drop it too low or too high. Better to have it at a height where you can kick. So mine's natural at the shoulders here. The knee comes up, but foot comes around. So here, strike, and then the elbow, leave the hand where it is, bring the elbow, Mawashi Empiuchi, roundhouse elbow to the hand, okay? Done correctly, you get a lovely double. Sorry, Holly, did that scare you? My apologies. She doesn't like bangs. Doesn't like bangs at all. Back when she was a part with fireworks, I think that put her off those. So it's a double clap, okay? So kicking 1, 2, 1, 2. That sort of feeling, if you connect correctly. If you do it too hard, you hurt your hand, hurt your elbow, hurt your foot, whatever. So just be mindful of that. But it is nice and satisfying in terms of the noise. Except you don't like it, do you? No. You don't, do you? Okay. So from the top, we're going to go to the point where we do the Mikuzukageri, Mawashi Empiuchi. Okay. Whilst avoiding a shitsu. Heian Godan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to shuffle back. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Can't go any further because the dog won't move. We'll see. She might move in a second. So I hope so far that makes some sense. Okay. One bit I think I didn't show and provide enough. I forgot what the words are. Demonstration. I didn't demonstrate this bit enough. Okay, and turning the hands. Now I remember teaching my son this, and he did this. Hands went on the inside, and I remember teaching actually hundreds of people like that, and their hands went inside. So your right hand is on top, jujuichi. Okay, here, and all you got to do is twist on the palm heels. Yeah, and the palm heel is this part of the hand. So from here, they twist. So the left hand is underneath, the left hand needs to become on top. So rotate the right hand backwards, bring the left hand towards the left and twist. And that's what you're doing here. The best way to learn this particular move is with a partner. Partner grasps your wrist, you twist theirs, okay, and then you're able to pull down, and it makes more sense. The application of it makes more sense from a learning perspective. Okay, obviously impossible to show you right now. Okay, but from here, someone punches me in the face, I block them with a nice jujuki here, grasp their right hand with my right hand, okay, then I twist, forcing their arm over, so then I could do an arm break if possible, okay, and push out and punch as I'm going to do in the kata. Ultimately, we're not doing kata bunkai and the application of kata, but that's really what we're doing in that particular move. Yeah, so someone kicks maegeri and oizuki, we'll take basic karate. Okay, block the kick, block the punch, break the arm, push them away, and punch them to finish. Very simple, very basic, very purple belt. So that's fine, but hopefully that makes you understand why I do this twisting move. It's not to look pretty. I think it's important on that note to say that Shotokan karate is all about practicality. It works. Okay, as long as you understand it, it works. That's the whole point of it. It's supposed to be self-defense. So it does work. We don't do anything for no reason. Okay, there isn't a part of any kata pretty much that I've found out and learnt about and understood that isn't there for a reason. So it's there for a reason. Okay, so we're now going to go from that position there. So from this point here, where we've done the moshi elbow, okay, to the next position. So from kibadachi stance here, we're pushing forwards now back towards the camera. Cross leg stance, okay, so kozodachi. So just getting that into camera frame. Cross leg stance here. Get used to this because you're going to do it again in a moment. Okay, cross leg stance. So from this position here, augmented block, which we did earlier, cross leg stance. Okay, cross leg stance. Hips stay square or shonen towards the front here. Then punch up. Combined punch, moroto arazuki here as you do. Cat stance. Cat stance. So again, I'll show you from this position here. Different angles maybe help. Pushing and up. Cat stance. Okay, cat stance, foot length away from the foot, ball of the foot. Some people go up on the tips of the toes, but I've never done that. Arazuki. Combined, remember what we said before, Moroto, Arazuki. Ara is uppercut, okay? We did this on Tuesday with Heian Godan, okay? So Heian Godan, we do a nice Arazuki into the stomach. Okay, here, this is an Arazuki under the chin. So this is designed to lift someone's head so they can look at the stars. Yes. So that's the next part, and then we get to the fantastic part of the kata, which is the jump, okay, which you either love or you hate, depending upon whether your knees are youthful or not. Okay. Having had 3 knee surgeries, I still love this. You have to just adapt. So I'll show you 2 ways of doing it. So we're going to get to that point now, okay, where we're getting ready for the jump in terms of our preparation. So I'm going to go all the way through the kata to the points that we want to get to. Then I'm going to turn around and do it again, so you can then play this back to get to this point, if you wish to do so. And if you're practicing live with me, then please follow me. Heian Godan. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Augmented block, 1. X block, 2, 3. Twist, pull down, push out, punch kiai. Yeah! Knee up and turn. Fumakomi, Godan Burai. Each. Heishuuki, backhand block. Mikazukageri, ish. And Mawashi and Puchi. Hello. Augmented block, cross leg stance. Maroto Uki. Maroto Urazuki. Okay, and then you're ready for the jump. So back into another position. Heian Godan, facing the other way. Each, ni, san, shi, go, rok, sich, hach, ko, jo, yuichi kiai, ya, jahach, juko, niju. Reach, knee, shoulders down, even when you're doing Urazuki. Shoulders down. Yeah, this shoulder is still down, this shoulder is now up. Shoulder down. Arm up, shoulder down. So it's separating the different parts of the body. Okay, so this is quite a good example of how you separate and connect fingers, fingertips, okay, the hand, the wrist, the lower arm, the upper arm, sorry, the elbow, the upper arm, the shoulder, all connected to the torso, obviously. But see the connection points: fingers, fingertips, hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, and here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 forms of connection there, okay? 7 forms of connection to make something stronger. Iron bar, one connection. And in our minds, we would say is stronger than these 7 connections here. However, I've proven before that this is not true. Okay, I've bent an iron bar with my throat. Doing something with the SAS on one of these kind of days where you do things that are silly, and proving that the body, human body, is really strong and really powerful and stronger than steel and iron if used correctly and you understand how it works. So this articulation here that we're talking about, okay, is potentially weak at all these different points. However, if it's connected correctly, it makes it phenomenally strong. And it's about understanding how you connect not just the muscle groups, but the ligaments, the tendons, and particularly the bones. If you can join them all together, then your karate becomes stronger, okay? And that's what you've got to kind of aim for, is that strength in your karate. But it takes many, many years. It takes many, many years to learn about yourself. So karate is not just kicking and punching and blocking, okay? It is very much about learning about yourself. Up here, okay, in here. Really important. Okay, so we're now up to this point here. Okay, so this is the Niko Ashidachi, cat stance, and then Maroto Urazuki. Okay, we're going to come up with the right leg. We're going to throw the right leg as high as we can. Okay, if we're doing the jump. If you're not doing the jump, I'll show you what to do in a second. But you're going to essentially throw the right leg as high as you can. And then as your leg comes up, your left leg tucks under your bottom. And that's when you start to leave the floor, elevate, fly, whatever you want to do, okay? And as you do so, you need to come up and turn 90 degrees and dropping down in cross leg stance, kozodachi, and cross hand block, okay? Or strike, depending upon your bunkai this. Juju uchi or juju uki, again, depending on what you're doing. Okay, you're not going to go into that tonight, don't have the time. So, if you don't want to jump, okay, from this position here, just step through the right leg, cross the legs over and down. Okay, and as I say, Sensei in Japan showed me that, and makes a lot of sense. When I had my knee surgeries and was recovering, you know, not good to do jumps and things like that. Certainly not to start with when you're back at training. So stepping makes a lot more sense. So if you're injured, okay, and you can't jump, don't jump. If you're young and sprightly and you're going to jump, then have a lot of fun. Be careful though. Yeah, if you're on the floor like mine, mine's just floor tiles, you'll break everything if you go too hard, too strong. So from here, come up and down. Now, I want us to do this again, I'm going to do it slowly, we'll try to, and tell you about the ki. Now, I believe the ki is there to enable us to fly. Okay, so yeah, and down. Sorry, I'm upsetting the dog. So, really important, yeah, you ki on the way up. Okay, ki on the way up, I think gives you another couple of inches on your jump, definitely. Okay, so it's worth doing. So, we throw the right leg in the air, tuck the left leg under the bottom and come down like this. Okay, try to go up as if doing the high jump and down. Try not to do as if you were going to do the long jump. Okay, it'd be nice to land in a pit of sand, but we're not going to do that in our dojos. So from this position here, come up, yeah, and down, and then Maroto Uki in front stance. Maroto Uki again, remember we've already done this block twice within this kata. And this, of course, although it's Maroto Orozuki, is another way of doing this particular move in the karate. We use it a lot because it's powerful. So from here, yep, down, and then strong. Front stance and Kutsadachi. Front stance, then Kutsadachi. Horse. Okay, so up to that point. Heian Godan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, then 18. Gidan Shutochi, Jodan Shuto Uki. Okay, and then striking down the center. Gidan Shuto. Down the center here. And this is an Nagashi type feeling for sweeping. Connecting here. Zen Kutsurachi. Here. Okay. So again, we'll go from the ki point here. Yup, and then all the way into block front stance. Each back leg across, Zen Kutsurachi, Gidan Shuto, Jodan Shuto Uki. And twist the hips. Keep it connected, just moving the hips. Here to here, to here, to here. Here, here. Then the front foot goes across into Kukutsadachi, and you bring the right hand up as if like it's doing Sotoruki. This is called Manjuki. Okay, and in my dojo we call this the swastika stance, okay, because it's based upon the Asian symbol of the swastika. Now, the swastika itself is often seen as a sign of hate from the Second World War sort of area. But if you go to Asia, anywhere in Asia, particularly in Japan, all the temples have the swastika. Okay, and it's a beautiful symbol if shown correctly. And they overlap. If you overlap two people doing manjuuki, it looks you can see it, you can visualize it. Now, my sensei always taught me that. And I think that's something that really stuck in my head as a junior, grade to sort of think about. Okay, so this is manjuuki. Okay, here, and then when we're in this position, we just pull the front leg back. Okay, we the arms stay the same, and we turn on the heels or the ball of the feet. It makes no difference, and we turn manjuuki here. And then we're almost at the end of the kata. We open the hand to strike down again, Giden Shuto. And we finish in Manjuuki. And then we're done the kata. So that's literally it, the end of. Okay. So again, from the kiai point where we've landed the block, the jump, augmented block each. Giden Shuto, striking. Step across into back stance, Manjuuki. Pull up. Feet together stance, change. Front stance in Kutsadachi again. Here. Striking here, connected. Manjuuki to finish. Hate Yame. Now, as I did on Tuesday, I've rushed the last third to fit it within the time scale of the lesson. I don't like going over time because I appreciate that people are giving up their evenings to join me on this live lesson. I know if you're watching it back, you're doing it at your own time, okay, whenever you're relaxed or whenever you have a chance to train, that's fine, but I'm very conscious of time. So if ever I do an hour and a half lesson, I will tell you I'm going to do that. I don't like to overgo the time. So I appreciate, again, like Tuesday, the final third of this kata, little bit rushed. Demonstration time then, so slow speed, facing the camera, okay, to see the kata all the way through, and then returning to facing the back. So again, you can see it from a different angle, which I hope will help teach you this kata. I'll do it slowly, I'll walk through it, try to talk you through it as we do it, okay, because that may help as well. Okay, if I shuffle, I will tell you that I'm doing so, okay, otherwise I'll just shorten my stances. Okay, ready? Os. Heian Godan. Inside block. 1. はい、逆突き2。カード突き3。内浮き inside block 1。逆突き2。カード突き3。Augmented block 1。十字置き2。Shuffle there. 十字打ち3。Kami-uchi, pull down, shi, push out, and punch kiai. Here! Turning each knee up, fumakomi, ish, heishuki, backhand. Striking, mikuzukageri, each, hei, mawashi empuchi. Shuffling to my left slightly so I can put this into camera. Augmented block, punch up, arazuki. Jumping kiai, yep! Hei, augmented block, Zenkutsudachi. Back leg across, Gidan Shuto, striking down Gidan Shutochi. Manjuki, Kukutsudachi. Pull up, turn. So pull the arms and turn, striking. Manjuki to finish. Hey, yeah, mate. Okay. Had to shuffle a little bit there, apologies. Okay, no room. So facing the other way, apologies, you have to look at my backside, but I think this apparently helps for people at times. Okay, so again, I'll let you know if I'm shuffling, so you don't think I'm doing anything silly. Heian Godan. To your left inside block, 1. Yakuzuki 2. Kagazuki 3. Feet together stance. Haisukadashi. 1. 2. 3. Augmented block 1. X block 2. Just going to shuffle back. X strike 3. Pull down 1. Punching kiai. Here. Knee up 1. Fumakomi. Gidan Barai. Heishoki 1. Mikuzukageri. Shuffling. Augmented block. Cross leg stance. Kozauki. Punching up. Arazuki. Kiai up. 1. Yup. 8 Morotuki ish. Back leg across. Gidan Shuto Zenkutsudachi. Manjuki Kukutsudachi. Feet together stance. Haisukadachi Manjuki. Arms. Turn. Open strike to finish. Os. Okay. You notice that when I finish kata, I take my time. Okay, I need to come back into the dojo, the zone. Okay, when I do kata, I transport myself. Okay, I put myself in a fantastic place that I found a couple of years ago. Okay, at Ricefield in the middle of Bali, and for me, that's heaven. That's where I train. Okay, you have to visualize yourself somewhere else than your kitchen, dojo, wherever. If people are around you, if you're in a competition, Okay, it's no good being at Crystal Palace with 1,000 people watching you and you concentrating on them. You need to concentrate on yourself and your kata. Okay, that's really, really important. So for me, I always make sure I finish my kata, come up, reset myself, and then I always do another bow just to finish, and then I can relax. Okay, that's me disconnecting from the kata. And I've done that for quite a few years now, because for me, it keeps my mindset correct. So once I've bowed, once the words have come out, Heian Godan, then I'm in that mood. Okay, or I'm in the kata, not in the mood, I'm in the kata. I'm in the kata, that's what I mean. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so we've come to the end of this lesson. Okay, and again, every Thursday, Tuesday, I really enjoy your company and joining me, and it's good to see some of the comments coming through. And just let me know if you have any ideas about what you'd like to see in next week's lesson. Remember, this Saturday we have a Kangeku. Okay, so this will be an online Kangeku on Zoom. You need to contact me for the link to be able to have access to it. Okay, starting training at 8 o'clock in the morning. Okay, with a warm up, then some fun in the dojo, and then we'll move on to breakfast around 9:10. At the moment, I think, I'm not sure, that sort of time-ish. Depends how hungry we get when we're doing the training. It's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, it won't be the same as normal when we all collectively get together with over 100 people. Okay, because that's normally our attendance at the Kangeku, but it will still hopefully be fun, and I really truly hope that you'll be able to join me on Saturday morning and to take part. So that should be good fun. Again, if you need the link, then please just message me and I will send you the link straight away. Okay, not putting it on the social media pages because I don't just want other people Zoom bombing it. I've heard that's a thing, and I don't like the idea of that. Okay, so hopefully that will be be good fun, and I'll hopefully see you Saturday. If not, then next Tuesday we'll be back in the dojo, and we'll be doing something different. So we've done a week of kumite last week. We've done a week of kata this week. Next week, let's mix it up. Let's have a bit of fun. Okay, because it's half term for the juniors, so we'll have a little bit of fun in the dojo. We'll do some maybe combinations and things like that. Make it a little bit interesting. Okay. どうもありがとうございます。Dojo kun、一つ循環交換性にそろむこと。一つ、誠の道を守ること。一つ、努力の精神を養うこと。一つ、礼儀を重んじること。一つ、敵の世を戒めること。Show me, right? Sensei, right? Us. Thank you very much for joining me. Oyasuminasai, arigatou gozaimasu. If you don't know what that means, it means good evening, good night, and have a lovely evening. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you later. Jamatane. See you later. Goodbye. Take care. Thank you for joining me.